Yo guys, we're gonna take a look at Synedefi's Yoru gameplay from Silver. Every round will get a rating of 1 to 5, as 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. So let's get into it. So we are playing on Bind and we are playing Yoru. Let's start with the team selection. That is quite surprising, 5 duelists. And you are buying a Ghost and a Gatecrash. I would recommend you to go with something different on the first round, especially if you have 5 duelists, because you are not gonna give too much value for your team. You're gonna have enough people to kill and frag, and that Ghost doesn't gonna do too much. You send a Great Cache, that could be good for rotation, for fake rotations even. So they walled off hookah. You cleared corners, you aren't starting to break anything, and then you TP back. So now the first thing, we have someone on long with the spike already. We have an AFK that is quite weird. We have 2 guys stuck in hookah and they're just waiting. So basically you are giving up so much space for the enemy team. You can push right here, and you did well with the TP, but there could have been one guy already pushed out after they heard the noise on B. They could have pushed out on A and waited for you to TP. So that was a risky play. You also didn't call that you're gonna TP back, so you might consider doing that for your team so they can follow up your decisions. And now you are coming here alone. It's smoked off. You don't really have any chance to get value out of this. You are trying to get someone who is maybe late rotating. One is in hookah. Two of them are in TP. You TP. That's a quite surprising play, but they could have heard the TP of yours when you went back. So that's just probably poor gameplay from the enemy. And then you get them off guard, they miss their shots, you get 2 kills, but this was too risky. If one of them is at least holding the TP, you would have been traded there in like 2 seconds and probably would have not get any kind of value out of this. Look at when you TP, they are all looking at B side, they are not looking at the TP. So if anyone peeks you from these 2 guys, one of them are looking at you, you would be dead, and there would be no value out of this. You would just give up another guy. It's already 1 man down, so you have to even the numbers, but you would give up another man in this round. So you send a gate crash. I don't really know what is that gate crash gonna do, because you are already clear on hookah, so they smoke you off. There's one on long and the spike is on elbow. The team should flash exactly and try to get out. That TP was completely useless. That's why I don't really understood why you put it up there. It just doesn't gonna do anything. And then it's a 2v2. Jet pushes. You go with him. Nice trigger discipline and also nice crosshair placement. You are clearing the angle 1 by 1 and then you are finding 2 kills. That's lovely. Because you got 4 kills overall, I think it's a pretty decent round, but there are many mistakes that you made that could have been punished. So I will give you 4 handsome monkeys for this round, but you're definitely gonna improve on these things. Alright, so we are going A short. You are using a gate cache, someone could have been in the smoke. You use your clone, it gets killed, and then you have a free shot on them. That's lovely. You try to clear the site and you are getting a lot of space out of it. That was pretty decent. Now at this point, 2 people get traded by the Brimstone who forced. It's very important that you have to play for space. So now you have this little space that is yours, and that's it. So basically on the side. The smoke behind will let them flank you because you have no chance of clearing those angles. And now you can see that Brimstone was there actually. He was probably playing either in the smoke or next to the smoke or just in the corner because it wasn't cleared. And now he's behind you guys and you didn't plant yet. So you have flashes, and you are not using the flash. You are taking a duel that is pretty difficult to win, but you do win it. You have 20 HP, you get a Vandal. You should just play utility. You have 2 flashes. Now you use this TP, it doesn't really do anything. And then you will use a gate crash onto short. That could actually be useful there. Yeah, 1 dropped from heaven. You have already seen it on the map. You didn't realize it, but 1 dropped. He's not there anymore. It's a nice kill. It's a 3v1. He's bathroom. You are 1 HP. You should play time. You have flashes. You can just wait for them to push out and then use the flash and just trade it. The problem with this angle that you are holding, that even if you use your flash well and everything, you can get killed even in pre-fire because you're 20 HP, and Neon is not gonna be able to trade you because even if he's looking at the bathroom, he can't see this guy because he's in a different angle. So you push him, you flash, that's a decent flash, and then exactly what I was saying. If he just tried to like spam while running, he probably could have killed you. He didn't. You were lucky there. Nice crosshair placement and nice shot. Another 3k. I will give 4 beautiful handsome monkeys for this one. It was decent, but you have to use your utility better and your flashes. Alright, third round. It should be a bonus, but with both Vandals. You peek short, you use your Great Crash. When you are using an ability like this, totally open, someone picks you, they get a kill instantly. You have no chance to fight back. Use your abilities wisely. Don't use it open. If you press it when you are outside right here, you can get killed from here, from there. You can get killed from anywhere basically. And then one guy could be close left as well because you didn't check it. Yeah, exactly. And then now you have the clone, you have 2 flashes, and you are taking unnecessary peeks without clearing them. So look at the crosshair placement and look where they could be. Nice. This one is actually decent. Nice spray control. Well, not Shigo discipline level, let's say. It's a decent entry. A nice flash through the Phoenix wall. You get a kill. And it's a 5v3. Now there is a lot of people on site and the quality is a bit low, so it's hard to see. But you are basically all on site. There's one on bathroom. You should try to get space. And there's one on CT. And someone should be checking short. Because everyone is checking. One is in lamps. One is in bathroom. And someone should be checking short because Brimstone likes to flank. You get a kill. I mean, the team gets a kill on Haven. And then one pushed out from City. And he gets traded. Because you are fragging, I will give 3 monkeys for this one. But definitely a lot to improve on in this one as well. Alright, so we trade. Phoenix uses ultimate, they wall it off. You break the wall, you have utility, you have so much utility, you should use it. And then you run in without using any utility and you die. I think it's a 1 out of 5. You have confidence, you just have to use your utility. You had ultimate even. And I always say if you have Yoru ultimate, you should always pop it because it can give so much value to the team in terms of information. You just run in, gather information, and that's it. You give instant value to the team. Alright, round number 5. You have full util. Again, a Vandal. They wall off. Really weird wall. It could be on the wall, next to the wall, behind the wall. And again, crosshair placement is down on the knees. And you are not holding an angle that you can get shot at, or shot from. So you should be able to look right up here, because that's probably the most common angle they will peek you from. Also, you have so much utility, maybe you should have used your clone to clear this angle, or at least try. And now you have utility. Now you're gonna use a gate crash, and exactly what I was talking about. You use the gate crash when you are not safe, not in a safe location. You use your ability when you are out in the middle. You get killed straight away. It's a 1 out of 5 for me. Alright, run number 6. We are about to use our TP. We are going with the Vandal. The buys are pretty weird. So we're gonna use our ultimate. I would recommend you to put down. So I would recommend you to put down a TP so you can go back. Just in case anything happens, you can just get out of there. You go backside, you get the info, you flash one, you use your clone, and then you get out of your TP. The only problem with this that you had a free shot on Brimstone 3 seconds before. Right here you have, he's blind. Like you have a free shot, you just cancel your ultimate. And I'm sorry, it's KO. And you have a free shot on them, it's a really easy kill. But you decide to use your clone, that was totally unnecessary because they were blind, so they're not gonna shoot it, they're not gonna get flashed again. You should have either flashed again or just cancel the ultimate and try to go for a kill. If you decide to get out of the ultimate late, you can't really get any value out of the flash that you had. But at least you get a lot of space on site, so that's pretty good. And your team can enter because the site is clear. You use your flash and you pick it. You try to get the value out of it. It doesn't happen. Someone is holding short, that's lovely. And you're gonna go for the plant maybe? No one is planting. You should go for the plant if they are covering the site, yes. Lina gets a kill on City and it's a 1v4. You get the plant. It's a decent round. You did pretty well with the ultimate. You got a lot lot of space for the team. You got lots of information. The only thing that I would say was not really good is the execution of your ultimate. So that was a good option to kill someone to get a first blood. That would be really valuable. You didn't, and you made a difficult situation for yourself where you have to fight 1v1s. But overall it was a decent round. I will give a 4 handsome monkeys for this. Number 7, we are pushing B short. That's a difficult thing to push. They have Brimstone ultimate, exactly. So that was not really smart from the team, considering that they have ultimate of Brimstone. You always have to pay attention to what the enemy has, what kind of abilities they have, how much money they have, so what kind of weapons they can buy. So it's a 1 out of 5 handsome monkeys, that's for sure. Not a good rank for you. That's a really weird buy from the team. 2 operators, a Shorty, a Classic and a Vandal, while Phoenix has 7k. You definitely should tell them to buy for each other. KO gets at least 3 or 4 people spotted, and then you peek without getting any kind of information. You should have jump picked this, because anyone could have hold you with an operator. They have money and you didn't, so that wasn't definitely a good play. You should have the jump picked it, or at least jiggle picked it, so you can get any kind of information if someone is holding there or they pushed it or whatever. You get killed instantly because of it. Your utility is gone, so you were pretty useless for the team in this round. I will give a 1 out of 5 handsome monkeys for this as well. 5-3, so the team lost both of the operators. You don't really have too much money this round, but everyone at the end gets something out of it. Someone is playing Stinger, someone is playing with a Vandal, you are playing with a Vandal. Now you're using a gate crash. You are thinking about using a gate. Maybe it's, oh, that's a lineup. I feel like it's gonna go probably backside. Alright. You are going 4 people onto bathroom. One is up on heaven, gets a kill, and then one dies on B. So that's straight away a 3v5, and you know that there is one playing up on A heaven, so it's a difficult thing to push. You should definitely use your utility here, flashes and your clone. The thing is that you used again your clone when you were in the open, so you could have killed by the Omen or the Chaos, sorry, who was looking at you right here. That was just lucky that he didn't kill you. Your flash, that flash could be alright, but if there is one pushing from this angle, or if there is one in lamps, could be alright, but very likely that you're just gonna flash your own teammate, because he was behind the box and you only know enemies right here and right here. So that was not a good flash. Definitely didn't really help, and you can't really execute anything after the flash, so you can't really pay off the flash. So it was not a good play. And you TP backside and they just killed the clone of yours, so they get flashed, so that should be a free kill for you. Let's see if you can get it. So you can't really kill the guy, but it's alright. It's a 4v3. Reina is pushing lamps. There's one guy there for sure. You should have called that. He gets it. It's a 3v2 because the other guy gets traded, and one is up in heaven. You get flashed. You should be able to dodge that. You should never switch to knife only if you know where to get away from the flash. When you are flashed and you know that, alright, if I go back to the right I will be safe, then you can switch to the knife. Otherwise you should have your weapon out all the time, so when the flash is gonna go away, you have the chance to fight. Now you have decent awareness that he's probably gonna push out, and you are holding city, and you get a nice kill there. Nice crosshair placement. You have one more flash. You try to push city, and then you TP back to lamps, so you can play with Reina. That's not a bad play. You try to play together so you can trade off each other. You should definitely not hold lamps. You should definitely hold on to side, because look at where we are holding now. If they push right here, Reina gonna get the contact anyways. So if you just stay a bit to the right here, you should have the option to clear this, and also from short. So this play is not really good because you are giving up so much space. You give up this wall space here and this space as well. So it's pretty difficult to get out of this well, especially because we know that Phoenix has ultimate that he's just using at the moment. He runs into lamps. He gets a kill. Oh, it's actually Sage who runs into the Lamps gets a kill. That should have been killed by Reyna. And he kills you as well. It was a decent round. We're gonna give us 3 handsome monkeys for this. It was not bad. You got a kill. It was a decent awareness. You tried your best being men down. But you definitely have to play for space more. Or at least try to just trade out people. Alright, so on the next round, we are going A short once again. And the buys are really weird, man. You should ask for a gun there. They have money to buy. You can buy big shields, so you should force together. You should, I mean, actually it's a full buy round, so you should just buy together because you have the money to do it. So why not do it? You put yourself into a disadvantage. Meanwhile, they have all the money in the enemy, so they're gonna have good guns. You have to have good guns to fight them. They kill your knife, alright, but it gets broken so it doesn't spot anyone, but they know that you are here. You use a gate crash that I'm not sure what it's gonna do there. Maybe you can get out of sight. Nice flash, and then the flash was decent. You should use your clone when you try to enter, because that's the best way to do it. Use your clone and then maybe flash out. But definitely that was an alright play. The thing is that when you are using your ability, you have to be behind cover and then jiggle pick and use the ability. Otherwise you're gonna get killed like this. And especially because we know that they have money to buy operators, they're gonna buy operators. I'm gonna give 3 handsome monkeys for this round. It wasn't awful, but you definitely have to have more awareness about the enemy team's money and the enemy team's ability of killing you there. So now you are on a full buy kind of, I believe. Not everyone in the team though. You should always tell them that they should. The KO knife will spot you, and then you will use a gate crash that is not gonna do anything over there. It's really in a difficult position if you wanna pick that. Alright, you clear angles kind of, let's say. You use your clone finally. It kind of clears the smoke, probably there's no one. And then the problem is with this that you clear the smoke. So you clear the smoke and you clear this space, because probably if there is someone, they probably would have shot the clone. There is probably no one here. And they get a kill on B side, they are fighting on B side, so you know that there is one more there. So the maximum people that can be here is 3. But probably there are not that many people because they entered already on B side, so they're gonna push that. And the team is gonna rotate because it's low below, they're gonna rotate straight away. You use this fake TP that is completely useless because you are here, so you can't really trick anyone because you are here. If it's a fake TP, it doesn't give value, right? Because they think, alright, he's gonna be there and you are there, so it wasn't really tricking anyone, let's say. Use your gate crash again, and it's kind of unlucky, but you can anticipate this. You use your gate crash and then you use a flash. The smoke disappears at the moment you use your flash. The smoke has been there for a long time, so you can kind of understand that it's gonna disappear soon, so you have to pay attention to that. But it's alright, you try to flash out of the smoke, that's a decent play. And because of the smoke disappeared, it's a pretty lucky one. You get a guy flashed on short and then you TP in, and the guy is full blind, and nice crosshair placement, nice aim, you get a kill. Lovely. It's a 4v3. You will try to push lamps, and Sage is still there. That is quite surprising. I thought they're gonna already rotate to B because the team is entered and planted there already. He was still there. He gets a trade, but it's alright because the team planted and you just gotta play time now. I will give a 4 out of 5 handsome monkeys for this round. It was a pretty decent utility usage. It was an alright round, let's say. Your team lost the round, but it's alright. You have money to full buy, 5-6. If it's a 5-6-6, it's not a bad round. You have 4 ultimates, the enemy has 2, they have money to buy as well. Ultimate is alright. You use your ultimate to gather information, that's alright. You should put always a gate behind, the TP behind, so you can get out of it if anything happens. You use the gate crash onto lamps, actually. That's alright, so you can go back because lamps is clear. And then this is just basically awareness of your own utility. So you use your ultimate, you see that it's gonna end. You see someone, you try to flash, but the ultimate ends and it cancels. And then you could have been killed there 5 times. You have to pay attention to these things. You get the kill at the end, and then you are trying to kill a KO ultimate. It's just not smart because he has so much HP. It would take 2 magazines to kill, so Definitely not a good idea. Maybe you should have waited there, try to bait, maybe flash out and wait for someone to pick you from city because they were rotating, so you could have get a kill there easily. But the ultimate was decent to get space, to get information. The execution wasn't perfect, but you got the kill. It was an alright round. I will give a 4 out of 5 handsome monkeys for you for this round. There was 3 people there. 2 bathroom, 3 bathroom and 1 short. You use a gate crash and you are trying to... Oh my god, you are switching between races. Bro, you are switching between round. We are switching between round. That's... Obviously, you shouldn't do that. Stick with something and then you can change after the game. It's alright, but not during the game. You get a nice kill there. Nice crosshair placement, nice aim. Nice way of peeking. There was one more there. You should go that. And then you are just spamming. Alright, so what we do here now is that we are all looking at the triple boxes. What should we do instead is someone either push lamps or just go backside right here so you get and create more space so you can cover short and bathroom as well. Like everyone is looking at the same thing, so if anyone speaks from a different angle, you are all dead. You got a girl, and then there's one on short. You see that? And you say that's SH is in cabby, nice. And then you hear one guy in lamps. You get a kill, lovely, good crosshair placement. With 20 HP, you should just jiggle pick. You should never full swing with low HP. And exactly that's why, because you can get killed by anyone. You die, but it's alright. It was a decent round. Definitely more to improve on positioning and fighting for space, but that was a pretty nice round. Let's go with the 4 handsome monkeys. Okay, so the 4th round is a sheriff and small shield. I would recommend you to use your money because that's why you win the 1st round. Use your money, otherwise you put yourself into disadvantage. This one should be easy to win. You should buy Spectre, big shield or something. You're playing on A short. You actually 4 people playing on A short. That is quite not needed because you are on a 4th round anyways. You have money, you have guns, you can fight, and you're gonna be able to win even if 3v5 because you just have so much better guns. And Neon is playing alone on B, so giving up this wall space here and they could just push onto site and then get back to city. So it's definitely not the right play. And if you see that people are stacking on A, you should just go B. If you see, because you can't change them, maybe you ask them but they don't listen, so you should go B instead. You have full util, now you are using util while you are in the middle of nothing, and then also your crosshair is on the box, so even if someone picks you, you have no gun in your hand. Even if you have gun, you are not looking at the guys, so that's definitely something you have to pay attention to. You use your gate crash onto the TP. That's an alright play. I think it's a decent play, and then the crosshair placement is adjusted, so we're gonna take that. Now again, you use your utility when you are in the middle, out in the open. You could have killed that. You could have been dead there. You got lucky. The Reyna didn't kill you. The Brimstone gets flashed. You try to kill some people, but you hear there is a lot of people already. So when you are playing so close up, you have to be careful. You have to use the map as the cover. So you have to play behind the boxes, behind cover. So if you play right here in the middle, it's a do or done angle. It's a do or done thing. If you kill someone, that's lovely, but if you don't, you're gonna die anyway. So even if you kill someone, you're gonna die there. So you have to play safe. You have to try to always stay alive. The team is gonna trade you because, like you say, you have better guns, but you have to always pay attention to pick only angles that you can get out of. Especially with Yoru, you can easily get out of. Maybe you can even play Cabby sometimes on a 4th round with a Spectre. You get 2 kills and they just TP out and they have no chance to trade you. But overall, I will give a 2 out of 5 handsome monkeys for this one. It wasn't a good round. Using utilities while you are in the open, you should change that because it's gonna get you killed so many times. Now you are on a bonus round where you are full buying. This round should be a bonus round. You are buying a Guardian while you have money to buy Vandal. Like if you wanna full buy, if you wanna go for a full buy, then go for a Vandal or a Phantom. Once again, we are playing 4 on A, 1 on B. It's difficult to retake with 5 duelists, so I would definitely recommend you to, if you see people playing 3A, let's just go B. You have to be the smart one. You are peeking, you're using your ability while you are in the open. Once again, you use your gate crash, and then your clone. That's a pretty decent play. And then the TP is open, and then you are trying to get some kills. It's just basically whiffs. It could have been a good round. It could have been a nice round because the utility usage was decent. So I will give a 4 out of 5 for you for this one because it was not bad. It was a good play with the gate crash and then using the clone and then TPing. So it was not bad. It was just unlucky basically. You have to get better at aiming, and that was a whiff. Nothing else. This round you don't really have money. 3 of them are full buying in your team, and one of them buying a Marshall. You should ask for a Spectre. Maybe if you are forcing, you should try to force with them as well. And if you are not forcing, you should ask them to eco with you. You realize that 4 on A is not really working. You put a gate crash behind on spawn for a quick rotation. That could be alright. If they push A, you can just go back and have the man plus man on A again. And then you TP back straight away. That was no info on people A. They couldn't even hear them so quick, so you should have waited. At least check long, peek out on long. You have information on long if there is someone at least, so you can clear this wall space. That is gonna peek short, so this space is gonna be clear if you peek that. Now this space is not clear, so they could be here, maybe 5 people here. So you TP back straight away. That doesn't really give any value for the team. You go back A, and you can see that they are on B short. Jet gets a kill, and then you are rotating back. So that's why it was completely useless to use that. You are holding a wide angle. This time you are in the middle, in the open once again. If you are playing especially with the ghost against better guns, you should just hold angles where you can get behind the box at least. Go a bit to the right. You are playing left-handed, so it's alright for you. You can get picks from here. You can maybe get some chip damage and then just go back behind cover. But right here it's really difficult. If they shot you, you are dead. Crosshair placement has to be improved. You jump in with a ghost. That's a very risky play. Also, you have so much utility. You have flashes, you have your clone, you have your TP, but you could use at least your flashes here because they are here. They have better guns. You should just use your flashes in this one. And Arena could trade from here because he's in TP. If he has good anticipation, he can TP in and then just try to get some kills out of this play. But basically, you are killing yourself here. Exactly. And because we are not playing in any level, like higher level, the Reyna doesn't get any value. He's still in TP, doesn't do anything there. And it's a very odd place to be at, but at least Neon gets 2 kills, so it's alright. But the play from you wasn't good. I will give a 1 out of 5 hands-on monkeys for this. The gate crash at the beginning was completely useless. You should never do that. The gate crash and the spot is alright because you can have a quick rotation if they are going A. But using it at the beginning of the round without any information is just useless. Alright, so the team doesn't really have enough money to buy, but you are going to buy anyways. There's only 3 people who can full buy in the team. You should always try to eco and full buy together. And then you are going long with Reyna. Neon is pushing out short. Reyna is pushing out long. That's lovely. You get so much information out of this. This wall side is clear now. Its wall side is cleared. It's perfect. And then Neon is pushing, gets a kill with his ultimate. You try to adjust everything in the middle of the round. That obviously shouldn't be a thing. And then Neon pushes out. Look at how much space you got. Look at how much space you got because of this Neon play and because you peeked here. This whole space is yours. Half of the map. And then this part as well. So it's like they have very few amount of spaces to go for. A short buff room or spawn. And because you have the gate crash here, that was actually a nice one. With the TP. You can get behind them straight away. But it's a man advantage, 2-man advantage. You shouldn't throw it, you should just go together. Especially because some of you doesn't have a gun. Neon gets a kill. 3 kills for her. 2v5. It should be an easy round to finish. Now you go together. Alright, so that TP is risky. They could be there. You risk the chance of losing your gun when they don't have a gun. So maybe you should try to just go with your teammate and trade off each other. And now you can see there is KO on the spawn. So if you check the map every like 5 seconds, you will see that KO is there.
Oh my freaking god.
And then you just wide swing an angle because you are careless and you think that you won the round already. And you throw your gun away. That's definitely not a smart play. I will give a 3 out of 5 and some monkeys for this one because it was not awful. but you definitely have to pay attention to these things. Now we are playing A. It's again 4A 1B that didn't really work once. You have a shorty. It's a questionable play because you have full util and you could buy a spectre, so why not buy a spectre? Or why not buy a judge and or ask for a judge or ask for even a gun because the team has money. So questionable plays and questionable buys for the team and from you as well. You will use ultimate at the beginning of the round. That can be really valuable, giving so much information for your team. And that's why that's why you shouldn't have 4 people on A, because look at how much space we are giving up once again. Look at this. When you peeked long together to make sure you can trade off each other, you got this space in like 2 seconds. You had half of the map in like 2 seconds of the game, of the round I mean. And now what do you have? You have A side. You don't even have bathroom yet. You have A side and B hookah, and that's it. They could be long, they could be pushing to side, they could be short, they could be everywhere. You should definitely go B and check long at least, or you should definitely call them to go together and clear bathroom, so you will have the left side of the map at least. You are using your ability while you are in the middle. Once again, you use your ultimate and you go to the TP. That's pretty decent. You spot a lot of enemies there. You spot a lot of enemies on B long. That's great. And then you use your flashes there. And then you cancel your ultimate. It was a good play. It was a nice play. You got so much information out of it. You got nice flashes. You flashed everyone there. But the problem was what I was explaining, that you didn't have a gun. You had a shorty and you can't really do anything with the shorty. You get maybe 1 or maybe 2 kills with it. And then you are dead. That's why you should have gone with a Spectre, because the moment when there was 4 people flashed, you should have just cancelled the ultimate and tried to kill at least 2-3 people there, because they were turning their backs on you. So that's why it's really important to pay attention what you can buy and what you cannot. Alright, next round. We are having a half buy-ish round. It should be a half buy-ish round because people doesn't really have money. Or Jet should play knives and then drop a gun, but I don't think you would have enough money to buy. Neither the Phoenix, neither you, and neither the Neon has. So you should go a half buy or a save this round. You don't, you buy a, I mean you save, but the rest doesn't really. And then now you play 2B. That's definitely gonna work better than playing 4A 1B. And you put a gate crash onto the spawn once again. That's pretty decent, like that's not a bad one. You can TP back if they rush on A, so that's a good play definitely. Alright, now with a bad gun, with a pistol only, you push hookah. They could have pushed up here already, so that's a very risky play. You should not do that, especially with the ghost. Maybe if you wanna play some off angle and try to get some kind of value out of it, but you have utility once again and you are not using it. You come back a little bit, that's alright. You use a fake TP on spawn that doesn't really do anything, and then it doesn't give value for you, and then you use a TP that is just gonna go to the backside, and I don't really understand the point of that. You should always try to use your utility so you can pay off it. Now use your clone, that's a decent one. You go with the Phoenix ultimate, you are trying to get some kills, you get one. You go into the TP. And then you TP backside. That was decent, let's say. The clone and then the flash, the clone and then the peak was decent. You had a bit of luck that Kair just stood there and waited for you to kill him and no one traded. And then you get out. That was great because you get a kill, you get the value, and then you just get out. That was a nice play. Now there is 2 people already holding short. There's already 2 people holding long. Once again, the idea of getting space is really important. You have this space already. You have this long space. But what else do you have? This side of the map is not yours. Is theirs. It's not yours. It's unknown. And you have a Reyna flash right here. It's a 5v3. I understand that you are trying to stick together, but you should always try to gather information. Even if it means that you have to separate somehow, you just jump peek spots. Now he gets killed from long, and then you both, because they are entering on hookah, you both turn there. That's alright, but they will push up probably on long as well. So the guy gets killed, and then you pick up their op, and then you miss a shot, and then you are in a 1v4 situation, I believe. Yes. You get 2 kills there because they just picked together because you're just greedy. You got traded, so I will give a 4 out of 5 for this round because the clone kill at the beginning of the round on B short was pretty decent, and then you got out, so it was nice because they couldn't trade, and then you got 2 kills, but these are exit frags, so these are not gonna do anything for the team. But I will give a 4 out of 5 because the first play was pretty decent and the decision making was not bad. We are playing on B short, we are playing up close hookah, 2 people, that's lovely, so you can trade off each other. You use your clone and then you should peek your clone as well. Yes, so they are not here. You are aiming at the wall. That's really important to always aim somewhere where you can get shot from, so you don't have to adjust your crosshair. That was one on B long and one on B short, I mean A short, so you know that they're probably gonna be here exactly. They're gonna pick you and you are going with the knife out, and now you get your gun out, it's already too late. Exactly, so you have to have good anticipation where people can be, and if the place is unknown, it's not totally clear, you have to have your gun out, otherwise you're gonna get killed like this. You can avoid these things pretty easy. I will give a 2 out of 5 for this round. It was a good usage of your clone. Unfortunately no one picked it, but then you made a bad decision by peeking there for no apparent reason. You have money to buy, but you aren't. You are going with a sheriff instead of buying a vandal. That's pretty questionable. You play 4A once again, that never really worked, and then the team is buying just like in a weird pattern. Someone buying up, someone is not buying anything. You have full utility. You should jiggle pick this. You get the K on nice, so it doesn't track you. It doesn't see you. That's lovely. You use your gate crash. It's going bathroom. You are trying to get some chip damage, and then you get a nice kill actually there. And you try to follow up the jet. You get the gun. That's a great thing. That was a nice round. That was a nice round. That was a great round even. Because you have 5 duelists. That's what you have to do. You have to be aggressive. Otherwise it's not gonna work. You cannot really hold side. You don't have abilities to give you information to hold side. You have to play aggressive. Get some picks. You have so many flashes, so much utility to play off, and that's what you did there. It was alright. The only thing that I am missing is you using your flashes more, but I will give a 4 out of 5 for this round because it was good decision making and good anticipation of your teammates, and you followed it up well. Next round we are using a gate crash on the spawn again. That's an alright play once again, I would say, but you could have used it towards B as well, so it would have ended up in the backside of B. We are playing 3 and 2, and then we are about to use our ultimate. We are jiggle picking for information. You get the KO knife so that it doesn't tag you, and then you were holding an angle. That was alright. Let's say the only thing was missing that you had the ultimate. You could have just gone for information instead, because information is more important. If you have information to play off, you can get easier kills. You can set up easier kills. If you are holding an angle, that's like a 50-50. Like even if you know that he's there, it's a 50-50. And then you pick him, he kills you. It happens, it's alright. I will give 2 out of 5 for this round because you should have used your utility. You should have gone for information instead of kills, because kills not gonna give you anything. You need information, and then you will have easy kills. It's really important. Alright, so you have money to buy. Not everyone is buying. That's kind of weird. Or do they? They are buying. Alright. So it's a 10 to 12. You have to use a utility. This is a really important round. You have to get information. I would pop ultimate like straight away to get info of the enemy team. Reina is pushing out. You should have your gun out as well. You use your ultimate. Reina is getting traded. You see 3 people there. 4 people there. And once again, the thing is that you are using your clone. That's alright. It's walled off, so it's not gonna do too much. But you use your clone, and exactly the moment you are cancelling, or the ultimate is getting cancelled, so you don't really have options to follow up because of the animation. You have to pay attention to this. Use your clone a little bit earlier. Maybe use one flash and then cancel the ultimate, or then the ultimate cancels itself, and then you can pay off of it. So you can execute something after using your ultimate. Otherwise, you are making the fights into 50-50s. The ultimate was good because you gave so much information, but getting out of it wasn't perfect. Flash, and then you get a nice kill. The crosshair placement was decent, and now you have the spike, so you're just holding it. You should just hold it. You shouldn't push it. It's quite clear you have the spike. It's a 4v3. Neon is clearing that part, so And then Neon is getting killed actually because no one is pushing up onto short, so this wall space is theirs. We have this part, so it's alright, but they could have pushed behind as well. And you are waiting. Now you are waiting in an open angle once again. You should be to the right a little bit so you can play off the sage wall. Now you are playing in the middle, so someone picks you, it's either I die or either you kill someone, right? So you have to play a bit more carefully, so if they pick you and you can't kill them, you can just, you know, go back to cover or something. Also, you have your gate crashes, you should use them, especially in this case. You should just pop it towards B short, so if you don't get a kill you can get back, and then already you have this space with the gate crash. So it's really important to pay attention to that, so you don't die for nothing. It's a 3v3, you get a kill and then they come together, so they trade you. Exactly. So the thing is that you were too open. If you are holding an angle where you can just go back, maybe you can get a kill and then go back behind the wall so you can be in a safe place. And because you were holding an angle that was too open, you gave up the man advantage basically there. And it was not like completely your fault because your team is dying. That's true. Even if his Finn is gonna clutch now, the team is dying. It was not your fault. You got 2 kills, but these are like simple, really important decisions. If you play behind the wall or just like close to the wall, you have the chance to get out of that fight. You get a kill and then you get out. And thanks God Phoenix is clutching this, so you have a chance to come back. Alright, so we kind of have money to buy. We force. We are trying to go into overtime. 3A, 2B, that's alright. Playing 3 short doesn't really make any sense. Just again the concept of having space. So on A, one of you should be on bathroom. At least hold it, so you know that they're not gonna push this side, because this space is not yours now. It could be it could be theirs, because they could just like push up here and then just like, oh my god, this space is mine. They not covering this, so they could just push into this without you even seeing it. And then you are holding again a wide angle where you cannot really get out of. So Reyna pops the flash, you go back to cover, that's alright, and then you're still like in the middle, like you cannot get out, and you have the gate crash, but you are silenced. And then you tapped out, I think, or lagged, but you got a kill, so that's alright. And then now you should get out. Exactly, that was perfect. You get a kill and then you get out. That was nice. There's one on short still, and you have a 4v4. Brimstone smoked everywhere. That's a nice flash. You can try to get value out of it. You peek it, it was decent. And then you will see Sage on the bathroom. You have util still, so you should use your gate crash for a potential getaway. Also you have your clone. They get a kill, that's lovely. You have the spike, and again the concept of using your abilities in the middle when you see actually that someone is up there. Also you should just use your abilities more. He's not so smart. He kills the clone, and then you just white swing push it, even though you know that your team is not gonna be able to trade you there because they are back here and none of your teammates are picking that angle. So you should definitely just stay behind. It was a man advantage. Every time you have man advantage and spike, you should just play for that. You shouldn't risk losing that. It was a decent round. I will give a 3 out of 5 for this one. At least you used your utility, but again in the middle it's really risky, and you can see that even in this elo you're gonna get traded, you're gonna get killed because of this. This is a small mistake, but if you adjust this, you're gonna be so much better in like no time. Alright, so you go to overtime, and this time you use the gate crash at the other side, so that's lovely. So it's not gonna go to the spawn, it's gonna go to up right here. That's a good one. That's a really nice one because you can TP quick and then you can just like peek bathroom. So you have a chance to have them at least, because they are not covering bathroom once again. That's already a dumb decision, but they are not covering this. They are giving up this space, but with this TP you can maybe cover this space when you TP back. You are going for an early peek. You should use your utility right here. KO knives, you kill it, nice, and you just try to get back. And then you use your clone there. That clone that could be useful if it would have been used in this direction, because this direction it's pretty useless. They know that it's a clone because it just runs into the wall. They are on short, so this clone could have been actually pretty useful if they try to push this. It could have been pretty useful and you could have get value out of it. But because they didn't push this so fast and you use the clone pretty in a bad direction, it wasn't the best play, but you tried. And then there was an right, you flash onto long, it was decent, and that's what I was talking about. If they pushed exactly when the decoy was running, it could have been a really decent play actually. Nice kill there, nice crosshair placement. You get another kill there, and then you TP back. It was a bit risky because you know that they are in hookah, so if they hold city, you could have been killed there. But it was alright. It was a decent play. It was a 4v1, and then it was an unrated actually, so it's a win there. And I will give a 4 out of 5 for this round as well. It was a decent utility usage and decent map awareness. And if you guys want to further improve, you should click on this video to find out how to get out of lobby low.